Hi everyone, I'm Dreskin, and welcome to StoryTime on JKids Radio. Today I'm going to share with you a story called The Apple Tree's Discovery. The story is told of an apple tree that lived in the middle of a large oak forest. And to tell you the truth, the apple tree was a little bit lonely because the apple tree was so very small and the oak trees were so very large. And one particularly cold, lonely winter night, the apple tree looked up to the oak trees and started to wonder. The sky was clear and filled with stars. And because the apple tree was so small and looking up through the branches of the oak trees, it appeared to the apple tree as if the stars were hanging on the branches of the oak trees. And the apple tree started to wish. The apple tree said, "Oh, if only I could have stars on my branches like the oak trees have on theirs." And the apple tree wished and wished every single night that same wish. Well, winter came and went, and soon it was springtime. And the apple tree had on its branches beautiful blossoms that smelled so sweet. And the bees would come buzzing around and the animals would come because the apple tree just looked and smelled and tasted so very delicious to all the animals. But still, every single night, the apple tree would say, "Oh, I wish I could have stars on my branches like the oak tree." Well, spring came and spring went, and then it was summertime. And in the summertime, the apple tree had branches filled with lovely green leaves, and people would walk through the forest and sit beneath the apple tree with their picnic baskets and their families and just have a lovely time. And summer came and summer went, and don't you know it, every single night the apple tree would say, "Oh, I wish that I could have stars on my branches like the oak tree." Well, then it was autumn. And you know, in the autumn, the apple tree got branches filled with sweet, juicy apples. And people would come to pick the apples and say, "Oh, how wonderful, how lovely to have this very apple tree right here, right now in the middle of our forest." But still, every single night, the apple tree would say, "Oh, I just wish I could have stars on my branches like the oak tree." Well, one night, a huge wind came blowing through the forest, and many of the apples fell right off of the branches of the apple tree. The apple tree looked down and made an amazing discovery. One of the apples that fell off the branches, when it fell to the ground, it busted right open. And the apple tree looked down, and you know what it saw in that busted apple? The apple tree said, "I had stars on my branches all along. And instead of wanting to have the same kind of stars as the oak trees, you know what? I didn't need to look out there. I needed to look just inside myself and find my own special star that has been there all along." And the apple tree was finally very, very